Okay, so I have something already to echo Kobe Chong the first time we did this. For song number 1, we started with that arp thing, right? It was very rhythmic. That led us to build up through the drums, and we grew it out through the bass line. And that created like this very thick, very rhythmic sound. So I'm coming at it as a foil to that approach. From the top end now, I'm suggesting for round 1 a pad synth. It's something called an 80s bitrate synth, and here I have we have some space and we have some chorus effects on it. But in addition to that, I also up the tremolo a bit so that we get like a very bright, shimmery sound. I'm going to show it to you now.
What? That was amazing! Oh my god. And it's really like, it's making me swell. That is the emotion that's happening. It's like, what? I am alive. So what I did was I added 2 things, but they're both just guitar. Because I felt like if I just started out strumming, parang, there's gotta be a like intro. And I got a very 80s kind of vibe with what Jason gave us. So here.
So what I got was like a start of an 80s pop rock thing. So over here, so what I want to add are like the drums. Jason came in as a foil to Cabbage's first way of composing, which was now he put the pads in first. I will now come in as a foil to the drums. The drums of Cabbage were electronic. So I wanted to add like live drums, despite it being MIDI, but still it sounds like live drums. So I added some layers of electronic drums to give it a little bit of punch. So the snare punch, and this is the kick punch. So this is the thing. And I liked the intro melody. It's very wistful and it's very Mixolydian. And I was like, you know what? Let a sweet child of mine this, but in unison.
So medyo sinipag ang lola nyo tonight. It's so cool, basta, it's so cool. I've decided to use something called an 80s mixtape synth. It's a synth bass, technically. Maybe I could use a bass instrument. I just wanted to punch up the starts of the measure. So that's the first section with the intro solos and stuff. Just because I wanted it to be a precursor to the bass line of the main riff section. I'm so pawis. What the fuck? Lady Gaga, oh my god.
So what I did was I kind of arranged it so that the big bam slows down during the verse. So I do plucking on the guitar with phaser, delay, and one more, flanger. So yeah, you're gonna hear it. And all together now.
Okay, so it's been a while since we've talked, so I kind of wanted to play around with it and make this into like, okay, this part's the chorus with the guitars come in again, and it's quiet, and I will make the drums start in the second bar of the 2 beats, so it kind of catches you off guard, but in a like boom, powerful way. I'm singing the verse and then we go to the chorus. 1, 2, woo! I I decided what the song was gonna be about. I chose the word Tsinelas by Elise Punsalan. Hello, Elise. If you hear this, comment.
Please excuse what I look like at the moment. It's a very hot day. I smell like a Tsinelas at the moment. I think I want to add another instrument in a bit, but here's what I've done so far for the verse. My second part that I am adding to this, I really wanted to play some just like auxiliary percussion instruments, because I noticed that in our chorus, the only thing that really like changes the verse from the chorus is the fact that there are distorted guitars there. And I'm passing it over to you, Goddess of Cabbage, Aaron.
So I added a chorus with backup vocals. Yeah, let's see.
We meet in the evening, so everyone's asleep, so I'll be a little bit quiet. Again, I added another half of the verse. And then I'm thinking we can go straight to the bridge. I did something with the drums. I'm not sure how it pans out. So I made it halftime. I don't know what it does. I was curious.
Yo, get this, alright, I contributed a little bit to the bridge section. I just added a bass line that is a modulation of our chord progression so far. But then again, it's a subtle bass line, it's deep. You could add other things to that if you wanted to make it feel a little bit more modal somehow. Okay, green bubble bass, let's hear what that sounds like. So I just added it's about a verse worth of rap. So let's show you guys.
Napakatagal ko nang gustong sumayaw, bumulong-bulong sa pader ng madidilim na klarong lumipad pa Korea at tumain kimba, pero tsinelas pa rin. Tsinelas muna tayong lahat.
Okay, this may get a little weird, but bear with me. So I didn't add any instrumentation on the bridge, but I did add vocals na with lyrics. And I made it, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know if it's R&B, but I made banat. I made banat in that part. So with backup vocals. So let's see if this works. Hihingi na ako ng patawad nung sinabi ko.
Okay, now we finally made it. Jason gave us these notes for the bass. Tung, 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 tung. And I interpret it as C minor because like the way I made it modulate is going to the 4 of C minor. 4 going to C.
Spicy coming up. Happy.
key change happens here. And up here, it's not exactly a chorus, but an infinite loop that will ultimately fade out, which is just me like repeating the quintessential thesis statement of our song, which is hanggang tsinelas na lang.
Yo, 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 yo.
So I spent some time just like drinking deep of these beautiful bridge chords that do not loop and are quite unpredictable to the untamed listeners such as myself. But what I think I have managed to do is just create guitar accents for the rhythm section, because it's not really a guitar solo. It's just little notes that make you feel like there's a guitar there, but make you want to focus on Aaron's vocal. This is what that sounds like. I panned those guitars just a little bit to the right so that it's not directly in line with Aaron's vocal, just so that she's singing, you're listening to her vocal, but there's just there's a guitar happening just down your, like someone's giving you a dirty kiss. Also, I made 2 vocal contributions. It really stood out to me, just this nasa bahay. And while I was like eating, I was cooking dinner earlier. I wasn't cooking, we ordered out. But I could just hear this like, oh, nasa bahay. It's called in GarageBand. It's an extreme stereo preset for vocals where it pans it hard left and right. I want it to be a creepy, persistent feeling. This is what that sounds like. For the coda chorus section, I just did some loops of the. I didn't loop it. I performed it. I fucking performed it. All of those times. And then I wanted to do a backing vocal. I think it's some fifths compared to Kobe's vocal lyrics, vocals, vocal lyrics.
Gentlemen, I believe we are finished because I have added so the thing that I added was, remember I said I wanted to join in the cacophony of voices. Hanggang tsinelas lang, hanggang tsinelas.